o handle e wo ho no de wo de ye and social media platforms ahodro no so minim dodo a wo so na de wo ye wo ho no enne me pesa metwe wa adwen sisu se eno ne wo daache wo opportunity bi e wo wiase no enne ho na akwa nipa bebre ko social media o create account anya ono no info nimpo ene da ho wa create account ya wode e bi atoi bi na ato anaso obi info ni ena ato ho na abrabo a wobo e wo social media ho ne se oye cyber bully agisa wanfa wonfo ni bi anto ho agisa wantwere obi bi obeba be keka na adua bona adua kire but me ka say yes obi anyo obi bo obi nam kromo drive ne car kama ote kakra bi wase anu oya calls 2 1 obefre ne mechanic so omra 2 obefre fie se yemfa ne spare car emre no on sign fa car ana commercial car mpo no odi akofie o baby ogina ho na den obefra me abre ne car foforo wo nso oto a dropping kura wuntimi mfa nso obi anyo obi ba utimi kwakotena social media etwabo sa nipa no enye so abeka anya so ya ba mu nipa nto beka so ye sika ye tax na editua ne ka obo ne bra wodi ne nkui wate ne wasem bi watwero bibia to social media no kwakwa keka wadwen a kire no na ne de enti a mani abre a me no ba bedi nkomoyi eye u social media account na wabie no se de etimi di trace u se de etimi di hwa wo honsam ani sunsanso a ebetimi di abre o ebia wa use fake name but udi bibi na sise mu eniama bi ene age wo form no so ma fele ya utimi nya wa account no wonim sa saade no a udi ye wo mso amfa wudin but de betimi de trace ahu aba bekenkan niama a udi gu ho ahu nipa su anaso nipa ban a wo ye eniama social media yama nipa ye bebre eho na obi ahia ne dofo obi business a thriving na every social media obi nya adwuma bi a wani behu so wo ye but posti sika yetua no either say eye YouTube say eye Facebook eye Instagram eye Twitter sika yetua no sabi obeye journalism adwuma kwa kwesi awie ye wunya ye ntua sa aka no bosome da oya doctor ye ntua wo sa da bosome one post or dey to social media sika ebe generate amano na nye sika keto people are making it big time. Enipa ni bi nso e social media wo mu de pemwa ohia moa no de koto ho a ohia ne boafo Nana T tell it all he is doing wonderfully well. Nubi tell it moms she is doing so well. Aya avenue a wode e boa nkrofo yentimi mu bodi ni nyina people are doing so well. Obi so yare odi kokoto ho no wanya boafo obi hia moa wanya boafo job opportunities travel opportunities eniema hudo bebre na nkrofo anya but wo ko ho no eniema wo ye wo social media no ene US government e de kokobo aba esese wonim se daachi bi e wo tirim so obekọ America ye careful wo niema odi tutu social media pages no so sanse so wo betimi anya visa afi wo mu nsem akọ mo man no mu a ombebo akira kwa akohwe na yetiri mpo na ye ama omo bi omo no aka because ya de a wo mo ye okwa kope u visa wo mo bo akire kwa hwehwe sa ne ma ni nyina enti ne nyame na ye wadom ama wo tie de mekan se wo mo de restrictions na de niema e ka ho a sa wo ye sa ne ma ni bia wan hwe ya USA friend US o 90 minutes hoda US government at the statement aba. You know,
as I said, we look at when we evaluate the United States, that among other things, whatever you put on your social media is something that can be examined as part of the visa process. And what we're looking for is anything on there that might indicate that you are eligible or not eligible for a visa to enter the United States. As I said, every case is very much different. There might be cases where that might take place. There are also many cases where it was not. So that information, as I said, we look at when we evaluate someone's eligibility for a visa, we look at where that might take place. There are also many cases where it was not. So that information, as I said, we look at when we evaluate someone's eligibility for a visa, we look at everything. And certainly we look at things that are publicly available, what is said during the interview, any documents that are submitted, and we look at the whole circumstances to see whether or not.
They look at everything. Yes, social media accounts no mutimi kohwe ehunu niema a wudi go ho. Na odofo sa wo betimi opese wo hunu niema a wudi go social media. Etimi ma wanhwe yi a akwanya obenya de atukwan. Eho aye de ama no eye racist comment. Mona mutega na ha na maya mo ho se mifiri ha nti wenum enye nipa. Mo amote Ghana ha mekakasa we nipa we enka bi no wo mo hwe ni nyina mo amote Ghana na mo kasatia amanya hodo no wo mo hwe ni nyina teach you any US government any US allies enyo ono nko a owo ne allies a odo wo mo nti sa wo kasatia wo mo a ohu ena ebia na US tamfo ebi ti se China na wo de wo mo ho sem akotena social media na wo praise wo mo ni Russia Ukraine war. Baby America for wonya ho na wo ni nyina na wo twro de monitor so yo motamfo aye ma wo maye kurom ebia na stereotyping o wenum de sa na omote omo chiri wo mo mpesa ni nyina wo mo hwe ana sense discrimination de bi kaka ye nu nyi mu no ana we sebi o ye gay we ye lesbian na wo yo ban wa ye ne ho bema ni nyina wo mo monitor omo krom ho mo gitum eti sa wotu ukrom wotu omamu na wo se ompa ene ma omukrom because omukrom na aduane omudie so ba dane ne ho bema ano oba so obeware abo a enyo na akwaja age no te se de Ghana mutimi si wo abo no enti se wo mu hu e wo page se wo tolerate sa ne ma no post wo page a wo mu ma okwa ma wo ma America drug promotion enubone omo guso di sika wuramu a wo mutu nubone ase na wo te ha no mo kire nubone wo na otimi twim shisha na wo twe na wupu wi na wo twe na wupu na choro nioma e na ganja hwan ganja right now peja ni nyina wo mo kan wakwanya so de be kwa America no e na wo tete so animal abuse animal rights abuse na watch your kra na say bi e baaye watch your kra no de na fertilizer bottom wo mu kuru no mo de abebo no aboa no wabutu no na their two social media page they are watching no mo mpe animal abuse enkwada ya bo mo ye o maya kaya de na wo promote na wo desre o mo hwe ni nyina wenum ne niama bebre e na wo be kwa America ye hwe na wo ba fia Ghana ha no mo a nipa bebre na social media ama o mo numato Wama hunu bi apart from visa wo kwa akwaje e de akwa abrochire no na wo ba fia Ghana ha no mo a nipa bebre na social media ama omo numato wama hunu bi apart from visa wo kwa akwaje e de akwa abrochire no oka bongo ideas one na na ba na moa ene sewa amehe wamo issue no NCR mayen konkotie sede omo nkomodie koye amechire omu.
So I keep quiet and listen. Albert, you want to be a media person, so you need to speak up. You need to project. Okay, yeah. So project.
So I want to reiterate. So when I entered into blogging, one thing I was told was, as a blogger, you need to write stories that will bring traffic to the sites because you are paid based on the revenue the site generates. So you need to write gossips. You need to write controversial stories because that is what the people want.
But do you know that there are also legal implications to that? Because you don't go out there to fact check. You don't hear the other side of the story. You don't try and reach them just because you want the traction and you want the traffic and you want the hits.
So you defame me to drive traffic to your page.
Because you'll be paid.
That was what you were told.
By who?
By bloggers.
And you sound conform.
All right, so that is what you were doing.
So usually it wasn't about quality, but it was about quantity.
Okay.
So do what to bring the site money so that you will be paid. It's not about you telling out stories that are true or
and
not.
that didn't really, it's your conscience. Yes, you never.
It's really pricked me.
And what did you do?
But because
the money.
but
He needs the money.
But me, I was doing something different. When I was doing something different, it wasn't paying me because those who were doing.
What were you doing?
I was writing facts.
You're writing positives,
but it wasn't paying because those who were writing controversial stories were.
You mean those who were writing lies?
Controversial.
Lies.
Ideas actually the enti okọ social media etron nsɛm a ɛya nsɛm a different nipa nsɛm a ma wo a ye kan fa wo no kɔkan a wɔba mu bebu nsɛm a ba ma wada na woni ate na wobɛdwen ho ɛwɔ kate so ɔkɔkɔtwerɛ. I have a friend I'm visiting no me pie ya there was a guy our office so who me an yam hye no na me catch the boss say oma ni nyina ho no mo anu nkita no ma ne mfa ne phone na me ntwitwa screenshot bi answer because me hu so obetima ye quick na wa delete me tro post bia to Facebook oba be di matam wase e na me call ni DM na sebi ensem a boy no kan ye ebi audio do ochrochro ye no so me nya adaji twitwa screenshot nya nam sa feja no no nko okontam an ko bekọ akọ but na me pese me nya the opportunity to screenshot na me share ni boss olusu na adwuma ne boss no hu yo na ne hu adwiri no oso ni me na me se me first time me share ni de onimu ane so ahu me social media the more odi matam na amanfo ohwe na amanfo follow no na onya wadan bone ben na maye o ebi na bongo ideas eyeye na person hu ni de nti aha na ye grele no na bafo.
Present your political show.
Welcome to another edition of
has a blog
write fact, so I don't think I'll be.
You write
facts.
When you write this, hey Sewa, we know what you've been up to in this country. What do you know?
Where did you pick that from?
That is your Twitter page.
Okay.
That
Twitter is about agenda.
What's this agenda? So in other words, it's about fooling and saying stupid things that is meant to tarnish someone else's image. What's this factual about what you've written about Sewa?
I mean, Twitter is a different world, you know.
How? Twitter?
Get that right. You can't even spell am I. You can't even spell it. Yet you think you can sit behind a phone and write crap on Twitter about people. Simple am I. You can't spell it. But that's not the point. You question people's relevance. How relevant do you think you are? Because I've seen tweets of you rubbishing Lydia Forson too.
I need to get the source of. I mean,
It's your phone. Your phone is in your pocket.
So you said you deal with facts. Yes. No, we wrote just on October 10 that the 4.5k issue that person is paid more than you at GH1 TV.
Do you know my salary?
I mean, like, how did you know?
That's why I'm telling you that what you see on Twitter is different from.
Yeah, abamu a ewo ni tirimu se opesa obeye influencer opesa iwo media space ni mu na what say ya talent hunt nti wo kobi ni we fi ne ho se nipa na omo host show no se nipa no anso so watena social media rubbish omo no omo station ni bibia nti sa opportunity no e bia nka na on teta fichire ma ye nsiu no court sermons ne e ka wontimi ntua but this is where he found himself. E bianca no benya better opportunity and kamana bright yachin way. But the watcher was social media. For do okra won't defend it. What are you doing on social media? You're very careful. E biana wajin also na America for so mo mama visa so because so attention crofo image. Wouldn't the oweni so obia lusu na warrior. Oba o worry na obia tra to social media ebisa SSL wasiba so oba betena wo nchen otu aba na obesoso nkwada mu na one mu atena abaye den na oba ne starte ye rubbish ni kuna busuafo de enti a omma kwa mani kuna busuafo mra metena ne nchen se na kuma bia hu no kotwa screenshot na ware na gu. If this is how you see us, then you are not welcome. Obema no so ntimi mpona busua na no ma metena o anya hwe ware na gu. Be careful what you write, your post, your comments, and near my with social media, what you promote. That should be no, and the baby who you are. A word to the wise is enough.